Bienvenidos, so welcome back, y'all. We're getting ready for Game 3 of our first day of the Super Week. Last week of the regular season for Spring 2024. It's 100 Thieves taking on Immortals. We have a caster swapperoo with your boy Raafaa and Kobe back on the mic again, and we're getting right into Champ Select here.
And we are on the new patch. Only been out for a couple of days, but Senna got a little touch, as well as Mr. Smolder, and we've seen a lot of Smolder recently. So far, Senna banned out. I want to know if they want to follow it up. It has been super high priority, and this game is actually really important for both these two teams right now, especially Immortals, who are at the bottom of the standings. Really, really need to win.
Yeah. We'll have some stats showing you guys later on about how a potential miracle run can be made for Immortals, but it basically involves them winning almost every single game, whereas on the other side, 100 Thieves, they win one game and they are locked for playoffs.
Yeah, the miracle run for Immortals really involves a lot of fan support, so if you believe in Immortals, you need to let them hear it. You need to get it.
Get the spirit bomb going, baby! Gotta send them that energy.
Oh, rest in peace, Dragon Ball Z creator. All right, let's get right into it, though. Yone hover already. Quid has been one of the most outstanding stories for 100 Thieves. A large part of it was due to his very wide champion pool and his individual play being way above where people expected from last year. I love the fun hovers. Definitely not going to get a Shaco anytime soon. And we will just go with the Vi lock in here for River preemptively, before Immortals even show their two carries here.
Very curious to see if 100 Thieves are going to follow up with a Taliyah combo lock-in on the next rotation as well. It's definitely one of Quid's most played throughout the split, whereas Immortals still have the pick of the litter. No Senna, no Varus, and no Kai'Sa either, so a lot of marksmen taken off the table. We have seen Sivir and Smolder pretty much picked in almost every single game so far today. Armao going to run it back with the Volibear.
It's kind of crazy. We've had 100% Volibear presence so far in the LCS ever since the changes, but it has really not, been a worldwide trend. And some of the junglers have definitely been better Volibears than others. Regardless, they do also steal away that Taliyah that you mentioned. That is the pairing with Vi that you're usually looking for the seismic shoves. But guess what? Volibear Q flashing on someone for the stun is a guaranteed setup for the Taliyah seismic shove as well. And they kind of can turn the tables on the mid lane matchup. Now, since we are on the new patch, Ahri here on blind pick has really risen in priority as well. So no surprises really to see the Ahri pop back out again as well.
Now that's an old Vi combo that we saw, I want to say, a majority of last year's season. 100 Thieves is going to round out the first pick and ban phase with the Aatrox for Sniper. Immortals could look to lock in their top laner of choice and just start thinning out the support pool as we get ready for the second round.
So, as far as the stakes that we were going over as well, Immortals, it is confirmed, if they lose this game, they are eliminated from playoffs. So this is a must-win game. Every game this weekend, a must-win game for Immortals. Just to put even more emphasis on this pick ban, you really want to get in there with an advantage. As far as getting into the next bans here, though, continuing on the AD carries, whittling down this role. We have not had AD carries picked up either side in the beginning of this draft, and so they're just going to make them go super, super deep into the pool. Against Immortals, a lot of teams have taken to splitting the map, diving tactical, shoving tactical off waves. And with how much Immortals have kind of relied on him in their victories, it does seem like this sort of setup is going to cause some problems for them.
And so far, more marksman bans starting to hit the board here. Illusion taken off the table. The Nautilus, something that Olleh has run back to, as well as many supports throughout the entire league as well. And just kind of following up on the conversation about Immortals, because so many teams have focused down the bot side during the early stages of the game, putting Tactical out of the game, all eyes are on Mask, who was one of the more hyped up new players coming in for this team. And when he has been popping off in some of their earlier stages, even JoJo had some nicer things to say about him towards the beginning of the split as well. as we're going to be looking towards the last ban from 100 Thieves. Smolder taken off the table by Immortals. They could look for another support ban just to continue stripping away power picks from Immortals' side. No idea what that last support ban is, but they're going to look for Rakan maybe.
Yeah, we got a confirmation, and there is a visual bug. It is a Xayah ban, trying to split the bottom side for Immortals, but it looks like Immortals, despite the blank ban there being a Xayah ban from 100 Thieves, still going to go with that Rakan for the hard engage. Really good pairing with a Volibear. Really good setup again for Taliyah that's going to be roaming around. So still going to lock that one in. Yeah. But yeah, that's the missing one is a Xayah.
Immortals are very much waiting on this AD carry pick though. 100 Thieves, knowing that there have been quite a few options taken off the table. The Kai'Sa for Meech.
Are we good? LS has really been pushing the AP Kai'Sa. He made an entire video about it. So all over Twitter again about it. I wonder if we will get the exact LS AP build here for the Kai'Sa. If so, does add that really, really good poke to your team. The 3-item power spikes for the champ. Very, very strong. And since 100 Thieves, for 2 of their star players in jungle and mid, for River and for Quid, have got that guaranteed Ahri and Vi combination, does feel like that is a very good early point to focus on, and then bridge into the later carry down there from the bottom lane. Pretty high block-ins here from Immortals as well, though. Zeri, after those buffs, a lot of people getting right back on the train. The pre-Smolder queen of pentakills, ever since Smolder came out and the execute, Smolder started to take over and take over the crown for pentakilling. But Tactical right back on the Zeri paired with the Rakan here. This is going to be a spicing one.
Yeah, and it's pretty bold to lock in the Zeri, knowing that, you know, you always saw that Vi was kind of the answer to make sure you have that point-and-click lockdown. So even if she's super slippery over the walls, you got some way to make sure that she is held in place.
I mean, we have some quite possible volatile lanes all over the map. I'm hoping we get a whole bunch of action here. We have junglers, especially River, who are not shy on ganking early, even with a Vi. So I'm very excited for the bloody possibilities in this game.
Right, and a reminder to everyone, 100 Thieves, upon winning this game, they are locked for playoffs. If Immortals lose this game, they are knocked out of playoffs. No way back in it. This is a truly do-or-die game for Immortals season. It will come to a screeching halt if they lose this one. So all the stakes for these guys right here as they get ready to load up onto the Rift.
Yep, if they lose, they are out, so you better win. All right, they're remaking, I feel. Okay, yeah, we are remaking lobby here. Looks like we had a small issue. Let me get a confirmation.
What's the issue, Kobe?
I need confirmation. I don't know.
We're getting word from producers. So until that time, I want to kind of go back and review some of the past games that Tactical has had when they were successful, and kind of a lot of the focus. During that time, Armao focused a lot more attention towards the bot side, making sure that Tactical and Olleh have first push. And then whenever they're able to pretty much put Tactical in a good spot for the first few minutes of the game, that unlocks Olleh to roam throughout the map, which is where a lot of the successful snowballing and some of those big upsets have happened for Immortals in the past. You think back to that Cloud9 game, Olleh was so important in making sure that he was pretty much unlocked and helping Castle, helping Mask come alive through that game, and then they're able to overcome C9 in those later team fights as a result.
Meanwhile, 100 Thieves up towards the top of the rankings in the LCS. Very, very few people expected them to be up there. Even the coaches were surprised at how much success they have had with this young roster, and looking to continue strong here into playoffs. Definitely a lot of hype has built around them. Yes, you know, Sniper, the stories of being such a young challenger player and waiting so long to get into the LCS. He's finally here. He's always excited. He's always smiling. But the rest of the squad has really performed so far this split in the LCS.
And it's crazy to think that not only it's just the coaches that are surprised, but almost any pro that we've talked to for an extended period of time about the subject 100 Thieves, they always throw out, oh, they're frauds. But it's because of the scrim record they have against them. I know that on our last pros episode, when Inspired was being asked, like, who are your top junglers, and when they prompted him about River's like, nah, man, this guy's just cheesing ganks through. He's getting lucky. He personally thinks that IMT is a better jungler than him, but, you know, the results, when it matters, happens on stage. We talk so many times about scrim bucks and how much that actually matters, but, you know, when it comes to it, 100 Thieves deliver when it's important.
Well, it's definitely important today. Hopefully have a spicy one lined up. Get some massages in before. Okay, that's a nice use of the of the pause here. Make sure everybody goes in at their tip-top shape. Immortals must-win games all weekend. Looks like we've got the fully remade lobby lined up here. All focus. Honestly, if we're looking towards early possibilities of ganks, definitely mid lane here should be super spicy. Both of them have huge returns if you even just blow the flash early on for either of these mid laners, because the junglers definitely can set those up. CC on both sides. We'll see. Armao here was one of the earliest to adapt to picking up the Volibear. He's been one of the ones that has gone with the Sundered Sky. I've seen a couple of different variations of builds. My least favorite was the LCK one, where we saw Cuz go Bomby Cinder into full Thornmail, and I almost threw up a little. Zero ability haste, zero.
No damage in there whatsoever.
But Armao has been, you know, on the train of the Sundered Sky and the Sterix Gauge, so we'll see if we can get the brawling Volibear version this time around, because I do think this team is going to need it. You know, while tactical has been a big part of their victories and is going to be their late game insurance in this game on the Zeri, they need mid jungle in this game is going to be pivotal. Whichever team gets an early advantage in mid jungle should have control of this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for 100 Thieves and Immortals as they take to the Rift in our third match of the day, first day of week 6. And I just want to let everyone know that the LCS is playing on live patch 14.5. If you see some of our pros pop off, try this at home. But we're not responsible for any LP losses, so, you know, don't come back to us for that. But 100 Thieves and Immortals.
Yeah, go to Freak with those.
Yeah.
He's happy to receive all inquiries about LP.
I usually just send them our commissions way, you know.
Yeah, Mark as well. Definitely another good recipient of that. Let's see, though, as far as the level 1 defense here, Quid trying to hover here around the Raptors, as it's going to be a delayed invade from Immortals. They don't have a sweeper on the side of Immortals, but they're just going to brute force their way in. Sky Splitter down, Raptor Ward down.
The one ward is going to give vision on that Raptor camp, though. We'll see if River decides to modify his pathing as a result, or if he's just going to do it and does not care whether Immortals knows or not. You already brought up before during the champ select that mid lane is going to be a big focus. Both Vi and Volibear are two champions that are very willing to trade their flashes for the enemy mid laner's flash, because then it's such an easier setup for either Ahri or Taliyah to set up on the return gank.
Yeah, and you just saw the pop-up graphic there, but gonna have to win every single game this weekend for Immortals to keep those dreams alive. Let's see, bottom side start there for both junglers, but River, right after red, crosses all the way over. They know that there was the red ward put on his Raptors, so he's gonna go up to the other side of bottom.
Flash all in. Ayla knew that they were about to hit level 2, so they have the advantage, but all they burned is a cleanse from tactical. And it gives them at least a summoner spell advantage going from AD to AD, and it puts them on the back foot.
Yeah, and having the push on bottom lane here for the Rell Kai'Sa, very, very nice. You've got brush control. Ayla with his Hex Flash constantly can threaten the Hex Flash out of the brush and try and whittle down on some of the tactical CS, as everybody has done, dropping a little bit.
I'm curious if River just beelines straight towards the bottom side of the map. The wave is starting to crash really slow.
Armao's on top side, so Here we go.
Yeah, Armao's going to look for the top side gank onto Sniper. He's only level 2. The stun from the Q, the flash to try and dodge any more damage. Castle has to get out of the turret range as he was taking turret aggro. It has reset. Armao and Castle maybe thinking about repeating the dive once all the cooldowns
His Q's off cooldown.
There's the counter strike. He leaps and flashes out of the way, but they need to get more damage down. This is taking a long time to make this dive happen from the side of Immortals, but they eventually get it. First blood for Immortals.
That's a lesson. 3rd time's the charm. Keep up with your efforts. The repeat dive. Sticking around. Really nice use there, actually getting out of tower range, and in the end, flashes away. So that is going to be the first blood, and a big denial on CS of Sniper because it took so long, actually. A lot of the CS dying there during it, and Sniper will teleport right back to the top side, but they were able to deny a decent amount. Here's the beginning of it, as tower is on the cannon, and then Sniper does a good job by flashing away from the Sky Splitter. It's a lot of the damage, but because they didn't have tower aggro on Armao and Castle just jumped out, then they get to reset. There was one extra tower shot that was taken right there, though, as they go in for this one. And he gets this done. Castle uses his flash to get away. Then Armao again goes back in, and he's got the extra flash, so they know they can finish it off. Gets the kill, and an objective succeed. There we go.
Slight smile from Armao, but he knows that the job is not done. They still have a whole game to play out and make sure that they need to carry out the momentum of that first blood. And the kill gold went over to Armao, not necessarily Castle, as a Hex Flash from Ayla, just getting cheeky with it. We need to now see, though, how well Armao can snowball this lead, because the early spike of gold means getting to that Thunder Sky power spike even faster. And once you do hit level 6 on Volibear, I mean, the whole world is your oyster when it comes to setting up those tower dives consistently.
Yeah, I mean, both top and jungle definitely profiting a lot off of that. You know, with Volibear getting the kill, and then Castle also getting the CS lead after getting back here on Jax, also having a nice little gold lead over Sniper. So Immortals starting out pretty good in a must-win game. Topside control means they can also force the Void Grubs here for Volibear.
Has full control here. Castle's not level 6, but he doesn't need to be since Sniper is nowhere close either. Castle still has TP advantage. We'll see if he decides to use this just to get back to lane at some point, or if they want to use it defensively somewhere else on the map. They will have that option, as no contest from the side of River. It looks like he might try to go for the dragon.
Yeah, just trade on the other side. Always a safer play here. Armao finishes up the grubbies and will finish up on his red side too. But for the side of 100 Thieves, even though the top side dive is unfortunate for them, for Sniper, bottom side had been doing quite well with priority and pushing in, and they're going to be able to lend their help as well to traverse and come on up to that dragon as well.
Sniper getting some damage in, landing most of the Qs there, pops the World Ender. Castle does not have flash, but he's got Armao waiting in the wings. No flash from either the top laner or the jungler, so they can't necessarily threaten Sniper right away, but they force him to back off, and the World Ender does time out. So now Sniper, oh, we got a pause!
Okay. Encroaching on a level 6 for River as well. I believe he was finishing up the Krugs on the bottom side. So we'll get a check-in as soon as we get back. River probably needs about one more camp to get to his level 6. So maybe they go for a reset, get him up on that other side of the map. But we'll see what this pause is about as well.
In the meantime, I do want to follow up that during the bottom laner cleanse summoner spell being gone, there weren't many opportunities to really follow up and look for a major punish from the side of 100 Thieves. So credit to Tactical and Olleh holding on and enduring. I definitely thought that there's potentially an angle for a response from River to dive the bottom side of the map, since that has been such a deficit for Immortals in past games, where games have just kind of spiraled out of control once Tactical and Olleh were put out. But
thank you, Pagoda.
Thank you, Pagoda. Immortals still holding on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I did get one little update here. A pause for what feels like possible lag, which makes me very worried, because that can be a little tricky to figure out. This is not going to be a simple peripheral switch or anything. So we'll delve deeper into that. And continue to increase the tension,
yes, sir.
the pressure that is on Immortals right now.
We're just adding more fuel to this explosion that could happen. You know?
I mean, honestly, this is the way that you want to start out, though. You're coming into a super week. You know you're at the bottom of the standings. And with the Team Liquid win previously over FlyQuest, you are now in a situation where every game is the must-win.
Yeah.
And so coming in, starting out, getting the top side going, denying a bunch of CS, tower dive successful. Even though Armao did and Castle both did have to use their flashes, once you get your level 6, you mention it, you can just repeat up there. There's no teleport now for snipers, so maybe they do continue to focus on the top side of the map as Tactical and Olleh with Zeri Rakan have been able to stay safe, still farming quite efficiently on the other side of the map. So far, checklist for Immortals does look like what you want coming into this very important super week.
Yeah. There hasn't been any mix action mid lane either, so both Quid and Mask have been relatively safe from Vi and Volibear interference, but both of those champions very potent once they also hit level 6 because they have the ability to roam and make plays. Obviously, the Taliyah is going to be able to join a fight at an instant with the Weaver's Wall, and with Ahri, that Spirit Rush just allows you to close the distance so quickly once you're in range.
Yeah. And I do kind of like the Merc Treads rush, speaking of mid lane, for Quid here on the Ahri, to try and play against the possible 1-second Volibear stun coming in. Tenacity does a whole lot versus Volibear because a big part of the combo is having your Sky Splitter land, and so they have to cast it early and then flash on you after some of the duration is already channeled. Because the stun is only 1 second long, but Merc Treads is going to be really nice there. Plus, gives you that little bit of leeway, and the extra time should be able to break the synergy between the Volibear and the Taliyah as well. So, good early pickup from him, in my opinion. We'll see if that ends up being volatile as well, because coming into this, we're like, oh man, all 3 lanes have the possibility of being very volatile. It's just going to end up where the junglers are going. And we saw a little bit of scrapping in each of them. And now as junglers approach that level 6 is really where we're going to get the big play.
Hashtag LCS big plays. You know, just being able to ohm wrecker a turret completely, and the option to have a guaranteed lockdown with the Vi ultimate. Just being able to combo it with the rest of your pieces around you. And you have so many good follow-up from the rest of your lanes. Obviously, the Ahri can land with the Charm. If you go towards the top side of the map, you can guarantee one of the Darkened Blades connecting. Bottom side of the map as well. When you play with a Rell, you can allow so much of that CC lockdown and make sure no one can escape from that CC train either. I do want to point one thing out, though, on the top side of the map, that even though the gank happened towards Sniper, we know that the World Ender, or just reminding everyone that the World Ender was expended.
Woo!
And we're back to live. So that does put Sniper on the back foot once again. So far, 100 Thieves haven't shown if they have a response to try to bail him out, or if they're just trusting him to kind of endure the storm that is from Armao on that topside camp.
Yeah, a lot of topside focus there from Immortals, from the Volibear. Generally, too, you want to keep that topside focus up, and most teams will give away the first 2 dragons in favor of topside focus if they're going for this, and stacking up grubs. And then on dragon number 3 is where you reallocate your resources after you've gotten that topside advantage, after you know you've gotten that priority, and then stop the stacking at that moment.
Oh. Potentially really good charm here. Mask is forced to flash away from Ayla's knockup. Olleh answers back with one of his own, and Ayla flashes the seismic shove from Mask.
Okay.
Burn of spells, but Mask being down flash is super pivotal now because River just hit level 6. He can easily look mid lane and punish.
Definitely will be. Ayla looking mid lane, River looking mid lane. Quid has flash. Quid has ulti. It's gonna require some very safe play here from Mask, as well as the team trying to get some extra vision around mid lane. Maybe invade jungle, get some information on the whereabouts of River, who currently is clearing top side down towards bottom.
Big note here, Mask actually did not choose to TP back to lane. Is just gonna let that minion wave crash and pick up whatever he can. I wonder if he doesn't want to burn the TP and immediately get punished if River and Ayla was waiting around for him to show up in lane. So there's a reset coming in from Quid as he's back on the map. Dragon will be spawning in a 2.5 minutes, so there's nothing to really play for on the bottom side of the map, but the second rotation of Krubs will be spawning in the next minute.
And we've got support roam out here too. Olleh getting a bunch of wards on the top side of the map to continue on that top side pressure. He's got the blue quadrant now warded up here, deep behind Sniper. I wonder if they actually just want to keep on leveraging Jax and Castle. I mean, if they can get Castle to continue up his lead here on the Jax, turn him into a split push threat and kind of open up the map, allow for some really big Taliyah plays, using ulti to try and go pick off 100 Thieves members.
Yeah.
Definitely is an avenue that they could take in this game. See about this kind of counter though. Nice little cleaning job from 100 Thieves. Clean most of that hard work out.
And they've rotated Meech over on as well, so they're ready for this grub fight. I don't know if Immortals will be willing to take this one, as Tactical is still on the bottom side of the map, so there will be down numbers. Olleh and Armao are shadowing Castle on the top side to prevent a dive play coming in, but still, because it's numbers advantage, they should be able to take the second rotation of Grubs.
Yeah, I like that call because, you know, they get information, even though all their wards are cleared out. The wards that Olleh put, while they're being cleared by 100 Thieves, they know that there's possibility topside reverse play coming up to them. So they shadow there, really good defense, and put a stop to it very quickly. This ward does see River on Grubs, but it looks like they're content to just split them because of the rotation. Bottom lane moved up here, 400 Thieves. They've got Kai'Sa Rell in mid lane and rotating the Ahri up into the Jax. I think pretty smart there because Jax rushed into the plated steel caps. So Quid, as well as the bottom lane, gonna allow River to split those grubbies. Nobody gets the extra Void Mites this game.
3 grubs apiece for both teams. River is going to be channeling the Vault Breaker to see if he can get a sneak through mid lane outside of tower range. Dragon is about to spawn in the next 20 seconds. Immortals are the first one here. Ooh, nice flash from River. Dodges the seismic shove. That's going to be a summoner spell down from River, but still has cease and desist to connect on to Mask, who doesn't have flash, what I believe, for the at least under a minute. A teleport is coming in from Fog. Quid is here, trying to cut off Immortals on that bottom exit path, and they're split.
All right, they're going to send Sniper currently back up topside too. He does have his Unleashed Teleport ready if they want to make the call, but it's going to be a rush here from Immortals because they've already got Castle here. They've got 5. Looks like they are going to go for it. They've got the flank on bottom side. Quid looking...
Sniper also has teleport if he wants to join the fight. 1700 onto the Drake. It's secured by Armao. They try to flash on River, knowing that he doesn't have flash and he cannot get away. But nice counter engage from Ayla. Catches the back line. Armao is trying to go back and be defensive. Mask is able to distance himself. Tactical is free firing into the back line. Castle picks up 2 in that fight. Quid has one more spear rush. Tries to clean up 1 onto the back line. Finds Castle, maybe looking for Tactical, but Tactical is just pewing into Sniper in the front line. And Armao defends Mask from the play as Quid is able to use his last spear's rush charge to kind of get himself away from the bear, but Tactical has fished him, and nice flick from Mask clips Quid, and Tactical picks up another.
Oh, 100 Thieves! They try and turn it back around. You see the Vi ultimate go in, and they use everything on Mask, but the follow-up damage isn't there because Quid is on the other side, and he gets blocked. So he's not able to fully kill off Mask, and since the Taliyah survives there, it allows Tactical then to run down the rest of them. The front line crumbling, and Immortals in their must-win game, Raafaa, with a huge victory. That's going to turn into more turret plates on the bottom side, plus a bunch of extra gold for Tactical especially. Here's a look at the early grouping, and we mentioned that there is an Unleashed Teleport ready, but because Armao goes for it so quickly and he flashes on him, the teleport channel takes a while to come in. Here's that turn where they have River in as well as the Rell, but there's no follow-up damage there because Quid on the bottom side couldn't actually connect onto Mask. And then Castle with the jukes here and flashing out, him plus Mask able to delay long enough as Tactical chases down Sniper. Armao goes to peel for Mask, and they get the extra kill.
Meanwhile, back to live. Castle is under fire from 3, but he's able to get away. No flashes available from any of the diving members of 100 Thieves to really secure a kill, and it looks like Castle still had ulti available. As Olleh now arrives to make sure that no other funny business will come through this play. I want to hint on, or actually touch, that Immortals have had really good defensive play so far in these first 14 minutes. There have been times when Mask was down flash, and they covered it well, getting vision on both the bottom half of the river and the top half of the river. Yeah, it did cede grub control, but they kept Mask alive during that time. He didn't die during that team fight. Immortals have really learned from their mistakes in that rematch they had with 100 Thieves in week 3 and not letting the game go 100 Thieves' way in that mid-game fight.
And the most critical part of that last play is the decisiveness with which Immortals turn. The reason I mentioned the Armao flash there, again, recognizing the split pusher is in top side, and even though Sniper has teleport, you make the flash and you start the fight early while you are grouped up and you already got the dragon. That they got such an early lead. That's why the 100 Thieves like turn and the assassination attempt of, you know, the possible Vi plus Ahri combination is unsuccessful. And they kind of preempted that. In times like these where you cannot hesitate, you have to make the decisive call. You have to take matters into your own hands. Immortals, they've been seen by the ward passing down. I don't believe Armao's sweeper caught that.
I don't think so either, but Armao and our Olleh will try to make this dive happen. That turret is not long for this world either. They get the Spirit Rush out of Quid, and that's all that they need as they clean up the turret on the back end of it as well. Castle's going to take these minions, and Immortals have gotten what they came for.
All right, tower down, bottom side. They're feeling quite nice here. Jax with the Trinity Force. Everybody on their at least single item power spikes, and Tactical already building into number 2 here on the Zeri. Very nice that he was able to pick up a couple of those kills for himself as well. He had been getting some turret plates on bottom side previously before they even made the map swap there. So now rotating him into the mid lane with a static shiv. Zeri, no problem. Very, very, very safe here. And they can start to get that split push game going. Mask does have his Taliyah ultimate, and his flash is coming off cooldown fairly shortly.
Next dragon spawning in 45 seconds. Mask is in fog, but River is going to face check, and Mask is forced off. He's going to collect the wave here. Immortals should be able to fight back for vision control within the next 40 seconds. Castle has TP. As Olleh might be face checking into Ayla, Armao leads the charge first. The Weaver's Wall from Mask, they're going to look for the collapse right now. It's a TP from Quid, forces a response. Castle responding with one of his own. They already cleaned up Ayla on the back end of it. River's got nowhere to go. He gets a cease and desist, almost flashing away, but still falls to Tactical on the back end. And Quid and Meech are forced off. No jungler for the side of 100 Thieves. That's a guaranteed dragon for Immortals.
Yeah, and because they use Castle's teleport as well, Immortals here, it does mean at least 100 Thieves will hard push on the top side. You see Sniper trying to shove the wave as quickly as he can, trying to get something back, but Castle, because the play was over so quickly, he's like, I'm running back. He's going to try and get back top lane. It looks like he's going to even cut off the possible answer there from 100 Thieves. They don't even get a tower back for their troubles here. Immortals with a very good pick in the jungle, but here we go.
They took too long with the dragon. They're actually able to bully off Immortals since it was only Armao dedicated to trying to burn that objective down. This time 100 Thieves, despite not having River for the first half of it, he gets back from the map and they take the dragon away from Immortals, but now they got to get out of this fight.
Yeah, it's the teleport discrepancy. Because they had Castle teleport in and then run back top lane, they get Sniper to be able to teleport in, and they just kind of trade which objectives they were going to get there. 100 Thieves come in, they yoink the dragon, but they give up the side lane turret here to the split pusher, to the Jax.
Just about 17 minutes into the game, quick state read, 3-0-3 for Tactical. He's had a really solid game so far. We talked about in previous Immortals matches, when Tactical is behind, it takes a lot out of Immortals to really come back from that state, and most of the time ended up in losses. So far, for the Immortals fans out there who are hoping for a miracle run from their squad, it's looking up so far.
Certainly is, and Mask on the Taliyah. Definitely a big part of making a lot of these plays. the ultimate in the last one. You know, turning the numbers through jungle, being able to charge through. Olleh with the easy setup there. So Rakan goes in, you get your pick with the Taliyah, seismic shove, made easy. As long as they can continue on this path, the Immortals' dream is alive.
And meanwhile, for 100 Thieves, we know that they are one win away from locking in playoffs. But with this state, if they were to drop this game against Immortals, the schedule doesn't get necessarily easier. Just by strength of schedule, your opponents are going to be harder since Immortals was considered the one you have to beat. They look for the pick on the Mass, waiting in fog. Olleh's there to try and defend, but now Olleh might be in trouble. He flashes away, gets enough distance, and he's able to get out of there. But 100 Thieves still trying to hold on to the chance of coming back in this game.
Yep, nice job. They're finally able to actually make use of the Vi Ahri combination. Right out of the brush there, take down Taliyah. Mask does not waste his flash. He knows he's dead. Resign yourself to death. That's what you have to do in that moment. You've already been caught. They are going to push down mid lane here with the Rift Herald.
That was kind of clean from River, but I don't know if you actually want to interrupt the bear because now you're caught in the middle of that skirmish. The force flash from Meech might just not matter even with the killer instinct. This tactical picks up too.
Yeah, don't try and mess with the Volibear. Well, around the tower, Rift Herald in, Volibear ultimate. They take him down. Thank you for the extra kills, say Immortals. They are smiles ear to ear. Tactical, fully stacked bounty. 5 kills now on the Zeri already with the big lead for himself here. Immortals incredibly happy to see that one. As the 100 Thieves attempted defense there, that was just way too much. You already made your play on bottom side. You already invested everything on the bottom side to make the pick and get the outer tower on bottom side. Sometimes when you're behind like that, you want to make the most of it and you don't want to give up anything else. But they stretched themselves a little too thin there, trying to make the play on the dying tower in mid lane with a Volibear there too.
Maybe a pick from Quid, finds the charm into Olleh, but even without the flash, he's able to battle dance his way out of there when the grand entrance. And Tactical just over the wall becomes an assassin, finds River. And that could be maybe looking towards the Baron, but a charm from Quid might just find Olleh. The flash from Ayla to try and connect on Olleh, but he's still out of there, and he's living. Tactical is forced to flash over the wall. The killer instinct from Meech, does he find? Yes, he does! Tactical goes down! Meech gets a huge shutdown and a tumble off the back half. Armao is able to get away, but 100 Thieves might have just found some life in this game.
Yes, they did. The shutdown goes into the best possible area for 100 Thieves. The Kai'Sa starting to come online. He had just finished his Ludens as well, so he's going to have his Muramana transformation soon with the Ludens complete, with the big shutdown now after this kill. Nice job from 100 Thieves. River went in, started out on Olleh, but really it was about the turn back around from Quid. Quid is the one that restarts the play here after they lost River. He sees the angle, he goes over the wall, around the control ward. They caught Olleh, chunked him low, and then Ayla is able to get the double lockup here, chunking Tactical low. Meech goes for it, ult into downtown. Boom! Gets the shutdown, gets the one onto Olleh as well, and now Kai'Sa is rich. Hasn't fully caught up to the Zeri, of course. The Zeri is super rich, but at least they got some much needed money.
But they closed the gold gap, and now Armao is looking for Quid, trying to catch him off of that Spirit Rush timer, but River is here as well. Sniper is teleported into the play, but River falls before he's able to get anything done. Meech is in the thick of it all. They're trying to pour everything into this play to try and come back in this game. Quid doesn't flash over the wall, but it doesn't matter. He's still living! Quid is popping off, and Ayla's got the blocked up. 100 Thieves just turned around this game.
Quid, are you kidding me? Those heals, he stays alive. What a miracle. 100 Thieves. They stand tall. Here's a look at the attempted pick onto Quid, but the instant turn. Teleport comes in, they go straight for Tactical. River hits him with the ult, and Quid finishes the job. They know that is goal number 1. That is the primary objective. And even though they get collapsed on, they get the kill onto Tactical, and then they're able to clean up the rest of them. And here, oh my, Quid does not hesitate for a second. Off of each of these kills, and the reset. Meech is happy, he's full alive, so he's just firing away, but woo! Quid. In our interview last weekend with JoJo, he said Quid #2 mid laner in the LCS. And showing up really, really big here, 400 Thieves, who already had the early dragon advantage. Yes, they had a previous gold disadvantage, but after that fight, they've completely eliminated it. And they're going to continue stacking the dragons. It does mean that there's a possibility of 100 Thieves sneaking Baron, but wait, 100 Thieves are gonna try and rush it while Immortals get #2 on the dragons. Are they actually?
8,000 HP. They throw down the control ward, and now they know, but they turn right off to the Baron. They look for the pick. They're going right onto Tactical. He gets popped. 100 Thieves. They can just carry through the rest of this game. Mask is out of the fight. Armao's also out of it as well. Castle's going to commit to the split push. We're going to see if he actually wants to teleport and try to salvage this Baron, or if Immortals are going to just try and keep 100 Thieves closely attached so that he can get split pushing maximized on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Castle and Armao gonna get some tower damage for themselves. 100 Thieves, they'll finish off the Baron. They send Sniper down to bottom side pretty early. So he's gonna try and contest Castle here. The tower is still down, and Armao got the mid secondary tower as well. So at least a decent chunk of gold there back for Immortals. They don't completely go in the hole after giving up that Baron, but this is now going to see how much can 100 Thieves do with the pushing power of the Baron. Big turnaround for them. And Quid here with his Medjai's at 14 stacks, and Meech with 10 stacks on his Dark Seal. They are ready to take back Summoner's Rift.
Time and time again, 100 Thieves, no matter what the state of the game has been, there have been so many times where they all in on for a play and it flips up heads for them, and they're able to carry that momentum forward. And Immortals, if you're thinking back to those two fights in the mid game, they have to hold their composure. Otherwise, this is the end of the season for them if all collapses now.
Yeah, River's done so well on this Vi to lock up Tactical. Tactical was insanely rich on the Zeri, but back-to-back times, Vi ultimate on that Zeri. They get the kill. Quid does a lot of the work, and now on bottom side, this tower doesn't stand a chance, so... Oh, they get caught too!
Armao gets clipped by the charm, the cease and desist. He tries to buffer through the ultimate. It doesn't matter. Armao's gone. 100 Thieves now have 5-4, looking for the push into the bottom side.
Yeah, they're gonna get it. They're gonna go straight through.
Inhibitor tower. Quid throws out the Spirit Rush, looks for the charm. It's a dodge from Tactical. The inhibitor tower falls. Now it's just the inhibitor that remains to defend them. It looks like Recall's going to come in. Quid has teleport, so he can rejoin with a fully stacked mana bar.
Yeah, he's going to go mid here. It looks like they're going to spread, try and get the other minion wave pushing as well.
It's 4-on-4. There's a moment for Immortals if you want to look for a pick, but it's still too dangerous with the Baron buff on the 100 Thieves side. They're going to play it safe, take grace at the fact that they stopped pushing into the bottom inhibitor.
Okay, 3 seconds left on Armao, and Olleh does have ulti and flash, so 100 Thieves make the call. We're done pushing. We don't want to mess around. Don't overstay your welcome. You already got the tower on bottom side. That's good enough as far as the push goes. Really nice control there from them, backing up. Immortals don't get the counterplay.
Immortals can slightly breathe for now. The siege is over for now. 100 Thieves still have the pressure. They still have the momentum on their side, and it's now up to Immortals with their backs against the wall to try and come back.
I mean, look at this. That's what I like to see. Both carries, double upgrade into Medjai's.
Oh,
Meech as well upgraded his. It was at 10 stacks on Dark Seal. The huge value is there. Immediately turns that into a Medjai's as well. 100 Thieves. What a comeback they have constructed here. This Zeri has been put down pretty easily in the last couple of fights. Let's see if Immortals are going to be able to change the story here in the last few minutes.
We know that River has been the main playmaker for this team, but in this game, it was Quid that found the initial picks with those charms, and Meech followed up so beautifully as Armao's gonna go in with the ultimate, but flashes into the Weaver's Wall, gets caught out. Sniper's looking for another one. Quid with the Spirit Watch, clips Mask. This could just be it. Tactical's under fire. It's only up to Castle and Olleh, but 2-on-5 are not great odds for Immortals as they find the charm, and that could just be the end of Immortals' dreams as 100 Thieves will crush them out of playoffs and lock themselves into the bracket.
100 Thieves, they have done it. What play here. Quid, huge game. even with the rocky early start, they're able to make that first pick Vi really, really mean something. The Zeri was picked into it, and they made it work later on. The ultimate locking him down. 100 Thieves have done it.
Absolutely remarkable.
This is gonna, again, retie 100 Thieves back into first place with FlyQuest with this victory here. This squad, at the beginning of the year, nobody was predicting them. They would be at first place in multiple points throughout the season.
Really great game from Quid once again, but also more credit to Meech. Slowly been creeping up on huge pop-off moments in these do-or-die clutch moments in these games. And I feel like we haven't been giving him his fair share of credit, but he has grown so well as a rookie in his first split in these moments when he needs to be the hero. And when Quid sets it up, he comes in and finishes off so beautifully. 100 Thieves, once again, just completely adding to the story of an unlikely team doing so well. But before we head to break, here's last year's All-Pro top laner Licorice going through our lightning round.
I have Licorice here in my hot seat. I'm just gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and you have to answer the first thing that's in your mind.
I'm gonna get yelled at.
Favorite food?
It used to be French toast.
What is it now?
Pizza.
Where did Licorice come from?
Candy.
You hate it, though.
I don't mind it.
You changed your mind since MSI this past year. What about you as a red flag?
I'm an LCS pro.
Oh, what about you as a green flag?
I read a lot.
Nice. Okay. What's your favorite book?
Uprooted is really good.
What champion do you absolutely despise, but you played it on stage because your coach told you you had to?
Gosh, it used to be Maokai. It wasn't like, there's like the Maokai where you like clapped your hands and killed everyone. That was fun. The Maokai's after that. Anytime I had to play that, I hated it.
Who is the most hilarious teammate you've played with?
Probably Niski.
What is a champion you haven't ever played in pro but would like to?
I had some weird counter picks. I wanted to pull out Soraka at one point.
Favorite new item in the game right now?
Experimental Hexblade's really cool.
I figured Sundered Sky. I mean,
Sundered Sky's OP, but like I just build it every game, so I'm like kind of over it, you know?
Hardest thing to adjust to in the game in 2024?
I mean, Void Rubs, I think, it's like as a top laner, you just have to figure out like what the hell's going on with those.
Funniest thing that's ever happened to you in your life?
I have no idea.
Nothing funny has ever happened to you?
I mean, I stole Baron with an Orin auto. I thought that was pretty funny.
Of all of the teammates you've worked with, you're stuck on a desert island. Who would die first?
I want to say Blabber. I don't even know why, but I just want to say Blabber.
Thank you so much for joining me, Licorice, and we'll see you back on the LCS.
Make more good in the Kia Sportage X Pro. Kia, movement that inspires.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Herculyse, and I'm here with 100 Thieves Sniper. Sniper, you guys have officially locked playoffs. You are now tied in first with FlyQuest. How does it feel right now?
It feels pretty good, honestly. This game was a banger, and I'm glad we're tied with first again.
All right, all right. I know there was a lot of doubters headed into that, too, to even, reach this result. So do you have anything to say to the people that have been doubting you throughout the season?
I mean, just keep doubting, and we'll keep proving you guys wrong, you know? That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
I was backstage, I was talking to a couple people. I heard the stories of the correlation between the scrims and the losses.
Yeah.
Does this mean that they're going better?
I mean, scrims are definitely going better, I think, but overall, we're still, not winning as many scrims as, we should be winning, so it's a work in progress, for sure.
All right, work in progress is absolutely valid. Well, there is one person that kind of views y'all as a work in progress. Fudge called y'all frauds in his interview earlier today. Do you have anything to say to him for that?
I mean, Do I have anything to say to Fudge? I mean, the last time we played against each other, I did solo kill him. And
Oh.
I was like out team fighting him the entire time. So I'm gonna just do it again against him, you know? That's, yeah.
Well, there you
that's
have
what I got
it. Do it again. All right, guys. Well, yeah, there's more. Don't worry. You can go back to your team in a second. Don't worry about it. We've got NRG versus Shopify coming up right after this.